Good afternoon. It's Elizabeth Yeager again with Timeout Thursday. Today's the 20th of June. Gosh, the year is flying, isn't it? I probably look as if I'm all wrapped up, but it has been bitterly cold here in Sydney. This morning I woke up to 2 degrees, and I think it probably got below that this morning here, because when I looked out there was white frost on the grass. It's unusual for us to get frost in Sydney, but what a great day to be doing this stamp set, Coffee with Friends. I don't know about you, but I love just to be able to go out and have a coffee with friends. And I'm going to use this. This came out last year, but I'm going to use this stamp set today. There are only 3 images in it, so there is, I'll open it up because it's probably easier. There is this one, which is of a lady drinking a cup of coffee. There is, and I've got a bit of paper on this one, 2 ladies at on a seat drinking coffee. And then there's lots of sentiments, and there also is this one which I'm going to be using today, which is 2 coffee cups and some croissants, I think. So I'll just leave that there. There are lots of sentiments in it. I love the sentiments on this stamp set. Let me read some of them to you. I thought of my daughter when I see this one. It says, sometimes you just have to reheat your coffee one more time and try again. That's one of them. Thinking of you. You've got this. Thinking of you and coffee too. Let's get together soon. Coffee with a friend is like happiness in a cup. Aren't they great sentiments? So we're going to be using that today. The first card I'm going to make today is this one here. And it's based on a card of a window scene that I found on Pinterest by Suzanne Metz. She's called the Sun Stamper. And I decided to adapt it to make, I've got some fluff on my, for our get together today. So I've put on it, sometimes you just have to reheat your coffee one more time and try again. So you can see that on this one, I've used Misty Moonlight, and I've used the Thoughtful Journey, and I've used the stamp set, and I've done some heat embossing as well. So I'm going to start with this one today. Just get my things out that I need. Now, one of the first things I did was I got some boho blue, and I put some sticky double-sided, what do they call it? Sticky. It's like a sticky seal on it, and I used that as well. So just that's a hint for doing the window. Now, at the moment we don't have a rectangle for on our Stampin' Up! Catalogue, so I still have my old ones. This was rectangle stitch dies, and I really love this. I hope they bring something like this back again, because it had lots of different sizes, and I wanted to use a rectangle window for this. Just set that over there. So I started off with my piece of Misty Moonlight, and I chose this particular image from Journey, what is it called? Thoughtful Journey. Yep, the DSP from Thoughtful Journey. I'm going to use that. This is a little bit I cut off the end here, just there, and I'm going to use that. And I've already stamped the image in Memento Black, and I've already colored it in, but I haven't quite finished it yet. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'll finish that first. Now, when I was reading about this card, Suzanne suggested that you use a Stampin' Right marker, and after you've done your fussy cutting, you go around the edge and just touch up the edges of your stamp set. It takes away all the white bits, so that when you put it down on the card, you can't see those white bits. It's a great idea, actually. I think it's fantastic. Now, let me put that, because I'll be doing that on another one as well. So I've cut it out. I've coloured her pants in boho blue, and I've done her hair in a couple of different tones. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the Thoughtful Journey. Actually, what I might do is I might put this on first. So this is for the inside of the card, and I'm going to put it on the right hand side. Had a busy day today. This morning I went off and did reading groups with kindergarten, and that was an interesting experience. But you can see how much they're coming on from the week before. But that was good. And then I went and I did a choir practice with my 3 to 6 students. So this is going to go on the inside of the card, sorry, not the car. I'm going to put on, and that will be the inside finished. Just adds a little bit of dimension to the inside of the card. Makes it look really pretty, actually. Now I'm going to leave that aside for the moment. I've got this here. Now what I've done before I started today was I divided this down the center and put 2 lines across, and I'm going to add some of these strips that I've already cut. I cut them out about 1 to 2 mils. Just looking to see which ones I want to use. I'm going to use these 2 for the down one. You'll notice that it doesn't go all the way, and I think that's going to be long enough. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the paper off the back, set it over there, and I'm going to put this down one side of the line. The lines, the pencil line's just there to keep it straight. And then I'm going to get my other strip, and I'm going to do the same thing on the same downward one. So here we go. These ones are a little thinner than the other ones, and I'm going to push it in as close to the other one as I possibly can, and just make sure that those 2 are together. So it's almost like French window, I guess. Then I'm going to take this one, I'm going to put this one across like this, and another one across here. So let's do that next. So peel the back off. This saves you having to use glue and make a mess. Let's go right over the line like that. And I might use this one. No, here we go. Peel off the back. It's a really quick way to put these on. Okay, now I get my scissors and I'm going to cut the bit that's sticking out. Get rid of those 2 bits, and a little bit on this side and on this side. Right, now this is going to go behind this to make the window frame. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some runner tape down this side, put a couple of pieces along the bottom, so one up this side and one across the top, And then I'm going to place this on the window. Now I've cut my DSP a little smaller, as you can see, than the card. So what I want to do, just to make sure that this doesn't move, is use my bone folder just to push those down, just to make sure that they sit nice and firm. Looks good already. Okay, now this is just going to go on the front like this. So let's stick that on. Isn't that side pretty too? Could have used that side, but I wanted her to be looking out on a scene in, like she's sitting at a window. She's been trying to do some work, not really succeeding, and it goes on the card like that. Now I'm going to put her on here, and I'm just going to set her there so that she's just on at the bottom of the window. Probably lean her back a little bit like that. So let's get some mini dimensionals, and we'll put those on the back. So I've got one for her head, another one just about there, one down here on her pants, another one just at the coffee cup, and perhaps one there. Now I want to put some on her feet too, so that they don't get damaged. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the edge of the dimensionals, and I'm going to cut them in thin strips like this, and I'm going to use one of those on her leg and on her feet. So one here on her foot, another one on the other foot. Great way to use up the edge of your mini dimensionals as well. I'll put one there, and this one I will put, just wanted to try and get it on straight. There we go, like that. So take the backs off. And this way she sits up a little bit from the window. It's like she's sitting on the inside. Now I think Suzanne actually had a window seat made out of DSP, but I'm just having her sitting like so on that. And this is my image, and I'm just going to put it up the top. So I need to make it a bit shorter. So I think I'll cut it about there, and cut up the center and make like a flag. There we go. And it's going to sit up there. So let's put some mini dimensionals on it as well. I'll just use that one. And a couple more. Oh, we'll put one in the middle as well. Okay. So take the backs off. And that's your first card basically made. It's such a pretty card. You know, I was thinking when I was making this the other day, I was thinking of my daughter, and I was thinking that this would be a great one to make her, to give to her when she's doing her school reports, because very often it's a difficult task. So there we go. That's the first card today. Now the second card today is a little bit different. Grab this one. This one I was inspired by Keisha Cook, and she used this, but she did a totally different design. She had some DSP down here, but I love the idea of stamping the coffee cups lots and lots of times. And then I decided that it was a cold day on Monday, and I thought, wow, what a nice day to sit and colour in. So I coloured in all the coffee cups on the front in different colours. So I tried to get ones that would tone in the colour wheel and put them in. So that's what I've done. So you can see I've done this one, pre-done it. And I did this one on Summer Splash, but this one I'm going to do on Shy Shamrock. But before I do it, I think we might make the front up first, because it's pretty easy. So what I'm going to do is, I've got some Shy Shamrock, and I got so carried away the other day, I actually had already tied a knot in my ribbon. This is Shy Shamrock ribbon. Let me just turn that over, because I think I want the other side of it. So that's sitting flat. And I'm going to tie a bow. See if I can get this to work. I might start with this one. I'm going to start, yeah. No, I'll start with this one. Just trying to work. I think I might turn it round. I'm thinking of what way the bow will sit when I'm finished. So just easy to do it like this. And then, yeah, that's better. All that, and I'll put this around and bring it up through. See, I had this already tied and it looked really nice, and then I thought, oh, I really should show you that I'm going to tie it here. So let's get this. I just want to pull that down a little bit, and that, and there we go. So it's not too bad. I'll just make that one a little shorter. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue on the back of this. You can see I've got a bit of a twist in the ribbon there, but that's okay. You're not going to see it in a minute. Let's put it on the card. I'll push that up a little bit, right there. Push it on. Okay. This tail has just got a little bit frayed, so there we go. Now I've got the image, and I've decided this time to do it in white with the Shy Shamrock printing on it. So I'm going to turn it over and put some dimensionals on the back. Get this, 1, 2, one in the middle, and another one up here, and another one down here. And we're going to put that on the card, front of the card. Just going to set it up there, like that. I'm not quite finished with the front, but that's the start. Now we're going to do the inside. So I've got my Magenta Black here, and I've got my coffee cups. Let's, I think I'm going to put my coffee cup down here. Whoops, nearly dropped it on it. Move that aside, and I think I might do this one in, maybe in boho blue. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my grey granite, light grey granite, and I'm going to colour in the spoon first. Grey granite. Then I will get, I've got a couple of colours here. Actually, I do like ivory. This is ivory here. And I'm going to colour in the croissants very, very quickly. Something very satisfying about doing a little bit of colouring. That will do. And then I'm going to highlight those croissants a little bit with this one, just so that they look a bit like that. Now I'm going to do the coffee cup, and I thought I might do this one in boho blue. Oh no, I might do it in pink actually. Pink. So I've got bubble bath here. So I've got the light one, and I'm going to colour in the cup and saucer. And the same with this one. I'm going to make them both the same, just as I did on the front. So I'm using my light one first. Some people use the dark first, but I want to use the light first today. There we go. Now I'll get the other one, and I'm going to darken the saucer a little bit with the darker one, and the handle, and the saucer, and there we go. Now you notice that the top of the coffee is not coloured in yet. So what I will use is, let me see, SG 900. These were reduced or brought out a while ago. And you notice that there's a little heart shape in the middle of the coffee. So I'm going to leave that white. And that's it. And I might get my wink of Stella and put that in the center of the coffee so it sparkles a little bit, which you can't probably see online, but that's it. Now to put this inside my card, turn it over, and I'm just going to place it on here. And that's the inside of my card done. Now I've got some of these 2024-26 in color, what do we call them? Shimmer gems. And I'm going to use the green ones. I'm going to put one there. And I think I might put one directly opposite in this. And then I'm going to put one here, one down here, and one there. And that is just a slightly different version to this one. This one I used the sheer shimmer ribbon on it, but I do like that one as well. It's just a little bit different. So that's our second card today. And our final card today, and I see Sharon. Yes, hi Sharon, how are you? Today's last card, I'm going to use the Thoughtful Journey. I think you're right about that card being right for Jen, because I know that it's a bit of a struggle to get reports done, having been a teacher at a time. And I'm going to do this card today. Now, this is one of my least favorite colors in Stampin' Up. It's called Wild Wheat. I was trying to remember the name of it, Wild Wheat. I'll not tell you what we call it, but yeah, my friend and I have an in-joke about this. But you know what? It looks great when you put it with the Thoughtful Journey. So I'm going to use it, and I'm going to use some pretty peacocks. So I'm just going to leave those bits there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that straight, glue this onto the Wild Wheat. This Thoughtful Journey is so pretty, Actually, I should show you what I made this week. It is on Demonstrator Planning Place, and I might get my husband to pick it up from the front door and bring it in and show it to you at the end, using the Thoughtful Journey DSP. So I wanted to use this one, and I wanted to use it on Pretty Peacock, to bring out the Pretty Peacock. So let's stick it on. I shall look, we'll get that in a moment. So it's just going to go on like this. There we go. Now we've got these two ladies sitting on the seat, and again I have already started colouring this in, so I'm going to very quickly with the ivory get the right colour, and I'm going to colour this lady with ivory. And there's not much to do, so there we go. That's her. And I think I might do the other one in this colour, which is slightly darker. I wanted to show you that I actually do colour. Now, you'll notice that there is some white. I'm going to make the lady's top pink, I think, just like I did in the other one. So I want to use the narrow side of that, because what I want to do is colour in between the slats on the seat as well. And then I shall get my dark bubble bath, and I will just put a few highlights on that. Put a little bit of dark down there, just so that that shows up a little better. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to just do a tiny little bit of fussy cutting before I stick it on around the coffee cups. So go around here. I was doing cutting with some of the kids this morning. You know, it's a lot of children don't know how to cut out, and one of the things they learn to do in kindergarten is follow lines to cut out. So we had fun this morning following the lines. Some of them were quite tricky because they were sort of at right angles to the other ones. So there we go. And you'll notice there's still some white, but I'll show you what I'm going to do with that in a minute. I'm going to put some dimension. Oh, before I do that, I'll grab my black marker, and I'm just going to go around the edge, because if you see it on this here, you'll see that there are a few spots where the black needs to be filled in. And I think this is a great idea. It just adds a little bit more to it. And I think that's about, there's a little bit on her leg. A little bit there. Just using the edge of the marker. Now, I shall put my dimensions on the back of it, dimensionals on the back. And we're almost finished actually, so one on her head, each of their heads. What a great thing to do, to just sit and chat. I think that so often we don't do enough of this, sitting and chatting with friends over a cup of coffee, and we become quite isolated, particularly here in Sydney. Now I want to put, I think I'll put one on their t-shirt as well. And I'm going to use some of the narrow cuts of the side here. them really, really narrow, because I want to use those on their legs as well. There we go. So let's take this one first, and I shall put this on the leg of the seat so that it's there, and one on this leg. And I think I'll put one on her feet, like that, and this little one I'll put there, and I might put another one right, whoops, it's sticking to me instead of to the card, right there. Oh, I know where I wanted to put one. I want to put one on her coffee cup and her coffee cup as well. Actually, I might trim that one off, that one, second one, a little bit, because it's a little bit too long. There we go. Now, yeah, you can see that I missed a little bit of the black around the edge there on that coffee cup. So let me just fix that up. Right, take the back off. Now I'm planning to put them both down here so that they look as if the seat's right at the bottom of the picture. Almost there. The thing about this is you can add your own design to it. There we go. And almost got them all off. Just off the legs of the chair. And her leg, her shoe. The other leg, we've got them all off now. I'm going to pop it down here so that they're sitting right there. Now you'll notice that the white still shows up. So what I've got is I've got my Lost Lagoon. Actually, I'll open it up a little bit because I want to use, I'm going to squish out some water. It's a bit purple, that water. That's better. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little bit of the blue, and I'm going to colour this in so it blends in with the background. You can see that that works really well. There's a little bit there. So I've got rid of most of it. There we go. Now it looks like that just is the background, and that looks fantastic. Now to actually put my sentiment on, these sentiments are, what are they from? Oh gosh, I've forgotten the name of it. Unbounded Beauty, I think, is what they come from. I haven't got the stamp set or the die set in here, but it's got all these gorgeous shapes. So what it does is when it cuts out this in two pieces. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to stick this on with some dimensionals. There we go, and I'll do one more. I was going to just put 3 on it. Put 4 on it. 2, 3, 4. Unbounded Love. Thank you, Sharon. I knew something would come to my rescue. Unbounded Love dies. They are so gorgeous. And I'm going to use our favorite wild wheat to put a border around it. So I'm just going to get my glue and put it on the back of this. Just a teeny drop of glue all the way around. Sharon is my upline and she is a gem. I have learnt so much from her. And it's just going to go on like so. Just push it down, make sure it's stuck. And it just adds that little bit to the front of it. Now, I need to put this on the inside. I haven't put anything on the inside, but I was thinking, you know, thinking of you and coffee too, you could put on it, on this. And let me, actually what I might do is take that off and find and coffee too, because that, I think that's a great mini sentiment to put on. And I have Lost Lagoon here, and I think I might use that just on, get this straight. And it's just a tiny little sentiment, and coffee too, on the side. And then you can write a message and invite someone for coffee. And I'm going to put it on the inside. And this, and this, and this. Now, and just pop it in there. You could even put the coffee cups down the bottom if you wanted to as well. So that is the other card. And then I promised that I would show you the sampler I've been doing this week. We're going away on a weekend with our church, and the speaker's going to be talking about from Isaiah 43. So we suggested this is going to show up with the light, but that's okay. I can't do much about that because the light is reflecting off it. But I might at the end turn it up so you can see it right on the screen without the light on it. So I've used Thoughtful Journeys, and I've printed out some verses and put those on it. So I might get it flipped over so you can see it on the screen. Isn't it pretty? And the thing is that I've used timeless translucent florals, and this has got like a multicolored backing on it, and yeah, it looks great. And I thought, because there's so many different colors in these, that we can make each one a different color. So that was what I've been doing this week. That's it for today. I hope that you've enjoyed being with me. Thank you, Sharon. It is it is beautiful. I love it, and it's very, very simple, that one. So if you'd like instructions for it, please let me know and I can send them to you. Just put a comment in the Facebook Live and I can send those instructions to you. So try and stay warm and safe. Beautiful sunset outside now. It's just getting dark, and hopefully I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye.